Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. Today we have a review request from a player over on the North American server. He's Gold 2 and this is a Hecarim game he has requested for review. So let's take a look at his OPGG here. So last season finished Gold 3, 35 LP, currently sitting at Gold 2. Played a couple of a decent amount of games in the preseason here. Looks like we've got about 40 games or so focusing on Hecarim and Nunu. I like to see the amount of Hecarim games recently, but this is only a span across 8 days or so. Definitely would love to see you playing more Hecarims, more ranked games. At the end of the day, in League, it's very difficult to improve, take things to the next level if we're not playing the game enough and not experiencing things. But quality practice over quantity practice, I always preach as well. So, I mean, looking at your season, last season here, we probably played, like 50 or so, pretty much the same amount of games you played in the preseason in an entire season. And last season here, you're Gold 2, 0 LP, you've gone backwards, which makes sense because you haven't played much and people are getting a lot better, they're improving. So I definitely would love to see you go really hard next season. A lot more games, a lot more ranked games going in here. Looks like you only play ranked here, which is good. I love the focus on ranked. I like this a lot, actually. You have played a bit in the last 2 weeks, but been testing a couple of champs. So this is the right trajectory. If you can keep this up, I would again push this a little bit further with the amount of games you're playing. Again, quality practice, but I mean you've pretty much played in 2 weeks the same amount of ranked games you've played across an entire season, which is 12 months. So 10 months, 11 months. So quick recap here. You finished Gold 3 last season. Currently Gold 2, climbing a little bit. Okay amount of games of Hecarim in the preseason, but want to see more if you want to master the champion. Again, you need to decide to commit to the champion. You have experimented a little bit with the Nunu Rek'Sai as well. Obviously, I have a lot of content on my channel recently about Nunu. Definitely can pick that champion up. Only have a 31% win rate, so you're probably making a lot of fundamentals errors with Nunu there. Maybe not understanding his champion identity. He's much different from Hecarim in terms of Hecarim, you have the damage to 1v9. Nunu, you really need to understand lane states, play through win conditions, identify the right win condition, get those nice early ganks off. It's very punishing to foul gank on Nunu. With Hecarim, foul ganking still sucks, but we can still, farm up and be very impactful all throughout the game. And recently playing the Divine Sunderer Ravenous Hydra build. So this has been popularized by some Hecarim players. I'm not going to comment too much. It looks like he went the old standard build, Triforce Death Stance into Sterax. There's a lot of ways you can go Hecarim right now. I don't think anyone's figured out a specific cookie cutter build. So I'm not going to comment too much on that. I will have Hecarim content coming over the next week or two, showing you what some challenger players are doing so I can get a better idea myself, and I'm also going to test a lot of stuff out myself here. But again, this game was focused on jungle fundamentals, pathing, and basic mechanics of Hecarim. Alright, so the request here. So describe why he won or lost this game. Felt like he got carried by his bot lane, contributed to taking dragon, but that's about it. This is the most useless I've felt as a jungler in a while. Great. Let's take a look at, figure out why. Specific moments, 10:40. He wants me to look at. I die a second time without contributing much to the game. I feel helpless when I'm this behind as Hecarim. Can I even contribute to the team at this point, or should I focus on farming back up? Great. We'll answer that question there. And at 15 minutes, he's asked if Rifthold is worth it, or should I have shoved top? Very bad at these mid-game macro decisions and usually default to counter jungling. Alright, we can look at that as well. Lane identified as win condition. Mid Yasuo can snowball with early kills, so I focus on ganking early when possible. Unfortunately, I have no clue how to gank Zed as Hecarim. Yeah, Zed's actually a little bit difficult as Hecarim. Sort of the way you need to ideally do it. Best case scenario is he burns W aggressively in lane. And he will do it eventually. He's not going to just sit and hold W and let Yasuo just whack him. So he burns his W. W's on a long cooldown. You come up behind him. You knock him back. He ults you or even tries to W back, and then you follow up with your Hecarim ult. But again, you need to be very careful with Zed, because if you Hecarim ult and he has a shadow, he can just zip back to the shadow. So it's definitely not easy, but basically you need to wait for heavy trading to be happening in mid. You can't just rock up to a Zed with W and kill him. Impossible. Alright, so this is game plan win condition in my eyes. So instantly, I've got a Twitch top. This is like an AP Twitch thing people are doing. Whatever, don't really care about this. Bot's going to be pretty volatile, I would say. Misfortune's a very good lane bully. The way that I view this is I really cannot let my bot lane lose here. Vayne gets out of control. Vayne is very good into myself and Yasuo. So bot lane kills a lot of birds with a couple of stones, but also mid as well. So basically bot side. We're going to be bot side, bot side, bot side. Couldn't care less about this Twitch shop. He can go 0 and 10. I'm going to make sure my bot lane goes 10-0 this game. You know, the fact that Twitch is against a Scion here as well. So given that, I'll be really thinking about protecting my bot lane from Udyr ganks, counter ganking. Again, in my mind, this is lower elo, so we can't always just assume this. But Misfortune and Zilean are going to be pushing bot in. So, which means that this is why I say protect bot lane from Udyr ganks and counter gank. And this is where Tracking is going to be really important. Because they're going to be pushed up, which gives you Udyr an opportunity to gank them. You need to be there and be protecting them. It's going to be very difficult to dive these guys with a Zilean Misfortune early, unless they're very low. So basically, early game path, protect bot, and gank mid whenever possible. Your eyes, your map awareness needs to be laser focused on mid. Again, looking at ZWs and where he's warded. So given this, the simple path I'll do here is red, Krugs, Raptors. Look for potentially some level 3 gank mid if they're being aggressive. And then I'm just going to path bot side. If a lot of heavy trading's happening bot, this is why I don't say necessarily go take your blue and your Gromp straight away, because I just want you to look after your 3 camp. You're going to look, assess, path bot side. If there's nothing mid or nothing bot, then you're just going to go back and clear your bot side jungle. Get crab. Ideally, I'm thinking Udyr is going to start bot side as well, so we're just going to be happily trading sides of the map. Udyr is pretty devastating in the early game. I'm pretty happy to trade sides here. You're going to need to be spam pinging Twitch as well, because he's probably just going to die to Scion. But again, if he doesn't listen to your pings, that's all good. He's going to go 0-10, but we're going to be getting a lot of bot, and we're going to outscale Udyr. Udyr is a very useless champion. Trust me, speaking from a Udyr one trick. Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, Rank 2 Challenger 3 accounts, top 10. Anti-Udyr, I am nowadays. So, bad champion, Hecarim's going to hard outscale. Alright, so let's jump into the game now, and let's get into specifics, and let's look at some of the points that you covered you wanted me to look at. Quickly, one thing I forgot before we jump into the game here. Your runes, you went last stand this game. I personally prefer coup de grace. Again, I'm going to be playing bot side. I don't really want to be low health, like skirmishes going long. I just prefer this because you just want to be one-shot-in Vayne and Zilean over and over again, even the Zed as well. So I'll definitely be going this rune here instead of last stand, but the rest of your runes were all good. Alright, so now let's jump in the game and let's look at the specifics. Let's review the game. Alright, so to start off the game here, it looks like Nim goes, he opts for the blue smite. I like that he's actually tabbing here, he's really thinking about this. Ooh, this is tough. I mean, you know how I said we want to be playing around bot, and I guess it's going to be pretty easy to get on Zed. The blue smite's going to help us get on Zed. Nami Vayne. I also really like red smite for Zed, because it's like, view red smite as like a mini exhaust. It's really good for Zed, you know, when he ults or tries to all in, you can sort of just, you know, whack him, kill him. And Udyr, definitely useful for him. Udyr has started going Phoenix stance, which probably means that it's not as useful against Tiger stance. Again, you want to ideally reduce that damage, Tiger stance. So I'm happy with both here. My gut feeling says blue smarts. I think blue smart's the way to go again, because we want to be playing around bot side. So I think blue smart's the correct decision here. Alright, so out of base we come toward this pixel brush here. Definitely like this. There could definitely be a late invade happening. GG, well played. Looks like they both just saw each other ward, and they're going to bot side with a blue buff. Okay, so yeah, already this is a very big problem. We don't want to be top side at all. We're probably going to be meeting Udyr on top crab. If that's the case, well, again, you know, ideally, you know, obviously he's probably going to start red. Always in lower elo when I review, I always find they always just start bot side. And I guess this is why he's starting bot side as well. It's like, I need a bot leash. You can very comfortably just get a leash from Twitch or something like that. For your red buff, obviously, you know, Twitch potentially can steal your red buff. You just need to make sure that he's chucking the poison. Alright, so 101 jungling here. People get lazy sloppy with this all the time. I'm even guilty of this, but where's the enemy bot lane? Where's the enemy bot lane? They're obviously leashing red. Where's the pings that Udyr has started red? Such important information. No pings, no pings, no pings. we're very disadvantaged right now. We don't even know what to expect when we go into top river. I don't even know if he knows this right now. My likely estimation is that he doesn't know that where Udia started at all here. Alright, so just watching how you're clearing camps here. Auto attack, Q. Okay, the way that I like to do it with Hecarim, sometimes you can start the camp with Q, but always try and like auto attack and then Q and then auto attack again, because you're missing some time, like very like milliseconds of time between your auto attacks and your Qs. So you see here how you Q, you could have just done an auto attack and then Q'd right there in that space of time. But you don't auto attack until now. That's your first auto attack on the camp, but I would have done 2 auto attacks in the same time. So you're already clearly inefficiently. Like again, the way that I always view it, auto attack, Q, auto attack, Q. Because your Q cancels your auto attack. It doesn't, you can't do both of them at the same time. You see how you're cancelling? So you're cancelling a lot of auto attacks with your Q. So really try and improve that. It's going to help you out your clear speed significantly. So obviously there's not much really to look at here because this is the complete opposite I want him to be doing. But I mean, I guess it's still fine. I guess you could sort of say, well, he's protecting top and he's no really threat of Udia ganking bot because Udia started in red now. I'll really be curious how poked bot lane is right now if you were to look bot. Maybe it could have been dire potential. But the other thing as well is that Udia doesn't like to do Raptors. Again, I don't know if he's going Tiger stance or Phoenix stance. If you're going Phoenix, he's probably done Raptors. But if the option's there as well, if you were to start red, he does like a 3 camp into top gank or mid gank or something like that, then you could just take his Raptors and Krugs. And you're so far ahead of Udia, it's essentially GG. So you essentially just do a full clear here. Again, it's actually fine-ish. But there's no, this crab's 100% gone. Like, you need to just be resetting and going bot side at this point. Or you can counter gank Twitch top. Actually, Udi's going to be here 100%. But he just solo kills that. Oh, Udi hasn't got this crab yet, and he has gone Phoenix stance. I don't know about that. Again, Udi is very uncommon in my games. Super interesting. So, this is going to be, it ends up working really well for us here, to be honest. Some reason Udia did such a slow clear, and you were coming up to crab at like 328. So sort of just by chance that these players are really clearing like as inefficiently as you, which is allowing you to get away with plays like this. But this is going to be the problem with this is going to be so inconsistent for you. There's so many variables there. Like, I mean, Udia should have easily ganked top there, gotten the crab. There's so many things that you've gotten away with here because you're versing lower elo players that I need you to start being aware of here, so we're not making coin flip plays like there. Again, and the biggest thing is tracking when the enemy jungler started. Are we tabbing to see what Udia has done right now? Because I need to see if I can take Raptors. So instantly right now, as soon as the jungler shows, it needs to be a muscle memory. Insta right now, Insta tab. My guesstimate is that I guess he's probably just done a full clear. I don't even know how fast Udia clears, or he could have done red, Raptors, Wolves, Blue, Grump. I mean, maybe you're so far, you just have a gut feeling that he's done Raptors. I would have assumed he's done Raptors, but we still need to tab and check regardless. Who knows? Alright, so ganking a Z here. Yeah, you're doing, it's just difficult. Yeah, he's just going to outplay with your shadow there, so there's not much you can do there, I don't think. You're trying to cut him off here. Okay, he actually doesn't have W anymore. His W's a very long cooldown. I would have just sat here and just waited a little bit. I think you could have actually killed this, but you actually need to help Yasuo push out mid lane here as well. Look how vulnerable Yasuo is. He's 20% health right now. I would have definitely helped him push that out, get a reset off, scare Zed off. And if you, I think you could have potentially just walked up and killed Zed there as well. So, right now you're not putting your shoes in your laner's position. Yasuo is not in the hottest spot right now. Yeah, I mean, mid's probably not even that gankable right now. Yeah, I probably wouldn't even be going there to push it. I think you sort of lost your opportunity. Okay, I guess we're just going to do a full clear. Alright, this is... Is Yasuo alive? Or he dies there. Again, this is going to happen. Yeah, you should have definitely helped this Yasuo out. He is in a lot of trouble. So, definitely missed an opportunity to help Yasuo. Again, just push that wave in, let him get a free reset off, and then you can go and do your bot stuff. Okay, so Zed doesn't really understand his damage limits. He has no ignite. He doesn't really have much kill threat on you. He pretty much just wasted his ult. And then we're going to do Raptors, then we're going to do Krugs. Alright, this is actually a highly efficient path. I like this a lot. You're level 6. This is going to be a really nice reset into straight bot side. Oh, very close. Smart that. Alright, Twitch is a bit vulnerable here. I don't know how low Sion is, but I wouldn't really gank this at all. I don't care about this. You need to reset. He's okay. Alright, I love this mistake. This is one of the most common mistakes I see in League of Legends. I actually have a Soul 2 Sin. Part of my coaching program, I have a bunch of list of mistakes that you could possibly make in the jungle. This is one of the major ones. And the rule that I have here, or the sin that you're breaking here, is you are, I mean, your bot lane's literally solo kill bots. So you're breaking 2 sins here. The first one is you're taking a risky fight, sitting on 1500 gold. The risky fight being you're trying to come and kill a Sion here, but you have no items, you're very weak right now. You do have ultimate, but you don't really have enough mana to do your entire combo. Twitch is low health, Twitch is not your win condition, and the other Soul 2 Sin here is you have a clear win condition and you're not playing towards it, again, which is bot lane. Even if you use ult here, it's very low impact. I need you to be using your ult to dive bot and get in dragon. So this right here, I can already tell, this is how your game is out the window already, straight up here. This is such a crucial mistake. I would probably, again, you can't ult, you don't have the mana to ult. Again, you need to assess your mana on Hecarim a bit more there. This is, in high elo, I would lose a game instantly for doing this. We'll keep reviewing it here, but this is a crucial mistake. Hopefully this lesson is so painful for you to never make this again. And I say this a lot. And if you're watching this and you're in gold, silver, even platinum, I guarantee you, you've made this mistake at least once in the last 10 games. Sitting on the map, actually, I think it's probably more than, I think it's 1 in 5 games, to be honest. I review a lot of games. People sit on the map, taking completely unnecessary fights away from their win condition. And again, the key limit there is, the key point there is you're on 1500 gold. You haven't even base first. I mean, you're low HP. You can't go for that fight. You know, it's just risky. I mean, someone could have easily just come and turned and killed you both. So that's a huge momentum loss. I can't emphasize that enough. You would have fully cleared your bot side here. You could have dive bot, broken tower, taken dragon. There's so much you could have done in this time. Alright, so Udyr shows mid. Pinging Udyr top side here. Getting the crab. Definitely want to be thinking to clear your jungle here. You need to catch up a bit here. Actually, you can just do dragon, I think. You're going to protect mid. Okay, you can go mid here. I like this, actually. They're looking to heavy. I mean, Zed's been playing aggressive this whole time. Just wait. Patience, patience, patience. And you made the huge mistake there. Just sit there and wait for his shadows. If he goes away, he goes away. He's burnt ult. Your ult, Hecarim is his ultimate. Without ultimate, Hecarim is one of the most useless champs in League of Legends. Not exactly, but like, he's much more less effective than what he could be. Can't be wasting your ult like that. Just relax. Clear your jungle, get the small win. He's burnt his ult. As soon as Zed has ult off, you need to think it's a small win. Okay, Twitch is OP. Apparently top Twitch maybe could be a good win condition. I'm just kidding. Don't worry about top Twitch at all. Again, play through bot. Look at bot. You haven't looked at bot once. It's on 3 plates. So right now you're clearly not emphasizing bot lane, your win condition at all here. Very talented on doing your camps. Alright, you decide to take dragon here without your ult. I mean, your bot lane is just dumpstering bot lane. Zilean has ult. I'm happy with this dragon. This is a fine dragon, to be honest. The thing you need to assess here is if you... I mean, Udyr is probably bot side doing his bot camps. I don't know if you know that, but there is the option of you losing Rift Herald in your entire topside camps in another world if this Udyr happened to be topside. And he definitely probably should be because his blue buff's up. Just the way his path here has been really inefficient as well. So I'm going to let you off with this one because it's fine. Again, I'm gonna just put it out there. I don't think you know that Udyr is not topside. But you could be losing your entire topside for this, which is fine. But you need to understand right now is that then what you'll do is you'll go into his bot side jungle and take this and then dive bot. But again, the fact that you're not ulting bot here, diving ult with Zilean ult, these guys are level 5, these are such free kills. And this is what the biggest opportunity you missed here. You're not playing around your bot lane at all here. Look at this, just free kills. You're probably going to be too low to do anything though. Actually, Udyr is here. They can probably just turn this, yeah. Look at bot, look at bot. Yeah, they just turn that and just kill that Zilean ult. Alright, Udi is sort of just losing this game. Again, we're not looking bot at all. Where's the information? So map awareness is definitely a big thing. And you know what? The thing as well as this is that what I find is that players who don't have much games in, I mean, obviously there's always a big correlation between how many games you play and like, you know, your ranking. You're just not looking at enough information here at all because you simply don't play the game enough. You not have that muscle memory habit. You're using F keys, hovering on the map, collecting information. And we're sort of like really just relaxing this game. We're sort of like, like we'll just go and do our camps. But even if I was to look at your map right now, if I was to play, like, okay, you look at bot a little bit there. Good. But not enough. Okay, so again, huge mistake here. I know you're resetting. In your mind, you're like, I got to reset to go and do Rift Herald. But again, you have a clear win condition bot. Again, going back to the Saltu senior break-in, having a clear win condition, not playing around it. Your ult in 30 seconds time needs to be bot. So what is how can we create the most efficient path around that? We do Raptors, Red, Krugs. We know these are all up because Udi has been bot. He didn't go and counter jungle these. You don't even need Rift Herald to win this game right now. You're going to break bot naturally. One dive bot, break bot. Then you can flip the map, come top. I doubt even Udi has probably got Rift Herald. And then you're going to get Rift Herald defend your top camps and keep pressuring with Misfortune and Zillion. This is probably the second game losing mistake. If I was in high elo, I'll end the VOD review here. And we're going top side again. We're playing around our weak side here completely, which is the Twitch. Alright, trying to kill Zed here. Again, even if you kill this, I mean, I guess you can maybe get Rift Herald off this. Okay, did he have Shadow up there? Okay, he used it there, so yeah. That's actually a fine ult to try and save Zed. I think that's fine. Again, ideally you've been using your bot. I mean, again, the way your pathing worked, I mean, sure, this is a fight. You know, you got to kill there. But ideally you were bot side there, and you're actually going to die here, I think. And look at your bot lane. You could be bot on this wave right now, diving bot, taking his enemy, his Raptors. Even if you lost Rift Herald for this, who cares? It doesn't matter. Your bot lane's so far ahead there, you wink on. Alright, so I think I'm going to wrap it up here because this makes sense. This game is, you've made this game incredibly difficult for your team for no reason. You haven't accelerated this game. This game would have been a very nice 15-minute clean win victory here if you path more efficiently, if you understood your win condition. When you got winning lanes like this, play around it. Bot lane, Zillion, Misfortune, Vayne, Nami, free kills with your ult. Utilize Zillion ult. He can revive you. You just dive, tankle the tower. Super easy. Actually, other point here is you had it 15 minutes you wanted me to look at here in terms of Rift Herald. I mean, your team is literally so far ahead right now. So you do try and do the Rift Herald here, you're just pinging it. That's good pings. I like assist me pings rather than normal pings because it's telling your team it's like, I need help on the objective. But it's also to sort of drag Misfortune because Misfortune, these guys are playing very over aggressive right now. I'll assist me ping saying, hey, Misfortune, come help me. It's sort of like a bait. The way that I do it is sort of like children. You're sort of like, you know, it's like telling them to like eat their broccoli and you put it in their food. It's like you're sort of telling us like, I need help. You don't really, but you're actually dragging Misfortune away from danger because she's just going to die here. So, and even then as well, I don't even want you to do Rift Herald as well, to be honest. Go check his top camps, push top wave. You said top wave. This Rift Herald is, I mean, I guess this Rift Herald is actually fine because you do want to just close out this game. Rift Herald's fine, but I really don't really care too much about Rift Herald. There's the dead Misfortune as predicted. Zillion's just doing damage. Support Zillion, wow. Yeah, so I think this Rift Herald's fine just again to close out this game. Like probably off like potentially one good team fight, one push. But in general, I don't really prioritize second Rift Herald. I mean, you should, given the early game, your team winning, you should be around 150 CS right now. And you would have had a lot more CS, let's say, if you ditched Rift Herald here and just took your top wave, your top camps. Like, I don't even know what you've been doing in the last couple of minutes while your top camps are all up. That's the other thing as well, is like your camp shouldn't be up even in this situation. Unless you're counter jungling bot or something like that. Okay. Oh, you did Dragon, and then you took his Raptors, and then you went to Rift Herald. Even just do Raptors on your way here. There's no reason not to quickly do them, you know? You take them in literally 2 seconds. Alright, that's going to be it for the review here. Let's now wrap it up with some key takeaways and what our final learnings were from this review. Alright, so revisiting his review request, describing why he lost the game, he felt like he just got carried by his bot lane. Essentially, really did. But again, it's the opposite. He made this game so much more difficult for his bot lane to win the game because he wasn't playing around with them, diving them. That's the other thing as well, is playing around them is also means potentially being around there to counter gank because you're making sure your bot lane is not dying. That's the biggest thing, you know? It's not even just about getting kills, ganking. It's like being there just for presence, placing control wards, sweeping for the river to make sure the enemy is getting pressured, they don't have control. There's many other aspects to playing around a lane than just ganking and killing. Contributed by taking dragons, yeah, sure, that was about it. Again, it was pretty simple with full bot priority. But the reason you felt like the most useless jungler in this game is because you were playing around Twitch, which was a complete waste of time, and you lost all that momentum from that top play. That first top play, that not basing, again, breaking those sins there, the Soul 2 sins. We'll get into that in a second. So the second time, died without contributing much to the game. Again, the reason was because you weren't really playing around Twitch at all. Your pathing was terrible in that situation. You should have created an efficient jungle path around your bot side by not basing at wolves, doing your raptors, red krugs, resetting back bot. And 15 is the Herald worth it there. I think it was because you can just accelerate the game and reset it and just win the game. But I wanted you to have way more farm, and for that, I don't really care about second Rift Herald. I'd rather counter jungle as Hecarim and take my camps and push a top wave. Pushing waves is so good on Hecarim because you're just soaking up all the experience and you do it so quickly because you're wave clear with Q. Which lane do you identify as win condition? Mid Yasuo Snowball. That's definitely a good win con. I'd say it's the right win con. But you need to execute ganks better. Again, you need to wait for him to commit on his W. He will play aggressive in the lane, but this is where you need to be looking at the lane a lot. You can't just like do your camps and rock up to mid and hope for a gank. You know, you might have to ditch a camp or two to get that gank off. Again, whilst you're looking at mid, looking at them if they're trading aggressively, if Zed's using W. Alright, so match history here, 10% kill participation. There was 3 deaths, we reviewed 2 of them. Lowest damage on team, carried by bot lane. Again, you made this game way harder for your team than it had to be. So these are the 2 Soul 2 sins you broke pretty much at the same time, but you also continued to break number 18. Number 17 here, sitting on the map with around 1500 gold in your inventory and taking a risky fight or objective. Again, that was going for the sign up top when your Twitch value was low. You were low and you had 1500 gold in your inventory. And having a clear win condition and getting pulled off track by pings or to a pointless fight. The question you need to always ask yourself in the situations that ganks are on, do I need to do this to win the game? The answer is no. All you need to do to win the game is to go bot. If you want to do a nice little cool montage play, like, oh, I survived with like low health, that's cool, go do that, but that doesn't win you League of Legends. The way you win League of Legends, this is my coaching philosophy, is through doing the boring, consistent things again and again and again. That's how you climb in the game, not through cool montage plays you see on YouTube. So these Soul 2 sins here, I do use them in my coaching program. There's information on my website all about that, soul2.gg if you're curious. We got a list of about, I think, 40 of these sins, or 50 I think now. I add to it all the time. So these are essentially all the mistakes you can make in the game as a jungler. So key takeaways here, blue smite I thought was fine. Huge mistake here, not pinging the enemy team that the enemy started red, not even looking at it at all. You're pretty much coin flipping the top crab. I think you're lucky he started Phoenix and he just cleared so slowly because you would have wasted so much time even checking that crab because it would have been gone because you did a full clear and you're rocking up to crab at like 3 minutes 30 seconds. Not weaving auto attacks in between queues when clearing camps properly. I think there was also, I didn't actually cover this, you were really low. I think you were kiting camps incorrectly as well. Need to think about that, focus on that. Huge momentum loss, again, game losing mistake, again, repeating that Twitch gank, top that first gank. Not necessary to win the game at all. Can't max range Hecarim ult Zed with his shadow up, it's too easy to dodge. You can sort of ult him on top of him really quick if you need to quickly one-shot him, but even then you're sort of coin flipping whether he's going to go back to his shadow. So the way that I view against Zed, I love to hold my ults as long as possible, sort of see what he's doing. Not playing around your head bot lane, basing after wolves, 920 to go topside. Again, another huge game losing mistake. You were playing around the Twitch weak side, which made the game so much harder for your team. Again, dying again. And I want to emphasize these are just some simple decision-making errors. This game could have been so clean, quick 15-minute game. You would have like 160 CS by 15 minutes, 3 levels ahead of the enemy Udyr. It would have been super simple. These are the games that you need to make sure you're closing out in 15 minutes. This is a game where you've been dealt a good hand in terms of good teammates. Or just the situation, champ select, you need to make sure you're closing this out quickly because the way you're playing, if your bot lane was a little bit worse or your mid got hard stomped, you would have lost this game when this should have been a quick 15-minute game again by how well your bot lane was playing. So that's going to be it for this review. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. If you want a review like this, head over to our website. You can submit it. I only do it currently for Eve, Hecarim, and Nunu, but definitely again learning lots of jungle fundamentals in here anyway, as well as champion mastery, which again I have a huge focus on in my videos. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video.